Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway. We're out in our 2003 tonight. We're with the guys over at Bomb Squad Racing League, and we are out here for a great event, the third annual Richard Sundt 250, known as the Polar Bear 250, and it comes to you live via Facebook and YouTube and Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Phil LaCasse here. Todd Stanton will be alongside me shortly. Jack Chewin on the controls. A great night indeed. The Polar Bear 250 here at Bomb Squad Racing League. Got a great bunch of trucks out there. So before we get racing, what do you say we throw this thing trackside? Let's pay honor to the greatest nation of the world, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back live. We got to thank Kevin Dedman and the gang from Dirty Grass Soul. That terrific rendition of our national anthem getting it started here tonight. Richard Sundt Memorial, third annual Polar Bear 250 here from the Talladega Super Speedway. The trucks are gridded. We are ready to rock and roll. Got to thank the group of Voiles Trucking, Brian and Kathy Voiles, for bringing us aboard, as well as the Bomb Squad Racing League for this awesome event. We apologize a little bit delayed, but I guess by the grace of God and get new computer software, things kind of seem to go awry with this old sim. So I think we're locked and loaded, ready for bear. So let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup on the pole tonight with truck number 193, Ricky Johnson on the pole, a lap of 50.712. Will take the field to the green with Ricky, alongside Ricky. And the number 510 will be BSR Stephen Brandstetter. Aboard the number 510 in row number 2, our old friend from Australia, Stanley, with car number 83. He'll roll off there from the inside of row number 2 with the 87 of Billy Ellisor on the outside of the second row. BSR Chevy Chase rolling off fifth tonight. He's in the 096 with number 144 of BSR Magoo alongside in the third row. Dave McLean back with us aboard car number 34. He starts seventh with Silver Bullet, the number 4, rolling off in position number 8. The fifth row, the number 029. KJ Kilojoules starting off ninth, and alongside aboard the number 68 Voiles Trucking Machine. Of course, that is Brian Voiles. In the 11th starting position tonight with truck number 12. That'll be Andrew Lemke. The number 88 alongside of him, that is Greg Lovell. 13th starter, BSR, RJ Rusty with truck number 2, and alongside from Riverside, Rhode Island, in the number 710, that is Manny Diaz. Brian Wolf starts 15th in the Fluid Sim Racing Films, number 29. Or Fluid Studios, I should say, now with the BSR Furco, along with truck number 19, starting 16th. BSR DJ Champ rolls off 17th on a 91 with the 028 of Monty Keller on the outside of row 9. Dan Lovell brings the number 329 out from 22. 23rd starter, BSR Aussie Bill. 23 trucks not watching, not racing. Do us a favor, like our links out there, share the links all the way around, and we're going to be interactive tonight. We have prizes to give away. We are going to be giving away 3 $25 Amazon gift cards over the course of the broadcast, so stay close. We'll have something for you to do to get these gift cards out to you to win. So stay tuned here to the Full Velocity Racing Network with Phil, and I'll bring my broadcast partner Todd Stanton to the equation now. I know he was busy out there trying to get the link out there shared, as we had a lot of stuff going on, throwing behind the scenes here, getting Jack all back to running here, Todd. But I think we're ready to lock and load for 250 miles of Talladega. We've done this before a time or two down here, if memory serves me correct.
Definitely is. Lots of different things have gone on in Talladega, and lots of things that we've had. CTS Truck Mod, love seeing this. I tell you, it's going to be fantastic. As a first, Johnson in the Voiles Trucking number 93 machine leading the charge.
This is all the original PWF style truck mod. If I remember right, very boxy nose on the front, and they're going to punch a big hole in the air. So I would think almost an unrestricted variety, that lap and a half, lap and a half, I think will be almost up to full song by the time we exit turn number 4 for the first time. So they're speeding down the back chute. Ricky Jay going to lead the way, but look at the run for the 096 of Chevy Chase for position 5. He will run the inside, put the
doing a fantastic job propelling himself through the race lead. BSR's Chevy Chase. And
Talladega 2 wide. We'll see 3 wide racing, and dare I scream out 4 wide at some point tonight. If they get it, we'll definitely get at it, as we're 2 wide. Now 3 wide. Ricky Jody 4. Chevy Chase will block the run, but it's going to be Stanley, the 83. Contact, and we got trucks together. We're going around. They're going to put us on a yellow tie for the first time tonight. Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 1 on the speedway, and this one's going to be wild, Todd, with 23 trucks that all stacked up on top of each other. This one had potential to be potentially a very big wreck.
Greg Lavelle upside down too. It all started, and we have a turtle TDR hyphen. All started with a blown motor of the 029 machine right there directly in front of BSR Magoo. That was Kilojoules going up and smoking the Wrangler 029 machine, and man, he comes down the track, gets the number 2. They're roof surfing down the track. He was able to land up on his wheels, but I tell you, a lot of things going on. The 88 going upside down, Phil, and I was going to say we were going to do the turtle as one of these gift cards, giving away one of these gift cards to those who are paying attention here out on Facebook Live. We have 34 viewers, YouTube also, we Phil can count that, but this Amazon Prime gift card, $25, and we'll have to have your address and your name, obviously. Then we'll make sure that they get out to you from Prime Scout Racing.
Away our first Amazon Prime gift card of the night, $25. So you're out there watching through Facebook Live and YouTube or even Twitch TV. I can even try to pull the stream over here on Twitch as well. We get out there as we got 3 to give away. We hope you guys will tune in the rest of the night as we have our first yellow flag. And right early on in the race, and a couple of hot shoes there, Greg Lovell, as you said, upside down in the middle of the straightaway like that. But I'll tell you, when KJ's truck blew up, it took an abrupt left. I don't think anybody can prepare for that kind of thing to happen. I always say we recommend.
No, I definitely don't. As the hashtags coming in here, turtle, from Danny Hardy, Andy Margot, Christopher over here, simulation here, as Calvin, definitely a supporter here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, Phil, and it's definitely great to see a lot of these guys from iRacing come. We're getting a lot of turtles over here on Facebook. How about YouTube, Phil?
We've got, we got one over here on YouTube so far from our buddy Jim Short, so trying to get the YouTube link out there to a lot of guys, so we'll keep this thing flying all night long. We'll pick, how about I say I say lucky call.
I'm going to not go live, but I have my wife back here. We'll have her pick a number or something. I'll
That'll
make sure
work.
I'll get her, and we'll hear her online here, and we'll put them in here. So as they come in, I'll put them in here.
If you need to get us hold of us on Twitch, want the YouTube link or whatever, shoot us a message over there. I'll make sure we get out the proper link to you. It's not like that, Todd. You put them all in a hat. You let your wife pick a number out there, and we'll do the winners that way. I guess is one arbitrary way to do it here instead of my blind eyes trying to find them. That's a really good idea. Looks like KJ with that blown motor. He's going to be the first one out. Greg Lovell's going to be a lap down at least, as the 88 had heavy damage and had to be towed back to the pits. There was our turtle. So that's going to put the lead into Chevy Chase of the 96 truck. And I'll tell you what, Rather was out there. He would push the heck out of you. He could really pull you. Almost had a lot of speed. No surprise to me at all to see that Viagra being up to the competition here tonight.
Definitely up to the competition. Definitely a fantastic race so far. Yeah, we have a yellow flag, but those guys were already dicing it out. And that was what was interesting is they're just laying it all out on the line here at Talladega. Man, it's awful early here for lap 4 of 94 to make any type of prediction. Definitely fast already, a lot of these trucks, and they were making some pretty aggressive passes here early on going.
They really are. I want to say hello over to the Facebook Live audience. Danny Hardy, our old friend out there. Christopher Virginia out there watching. Kelvin Harrington 3D said John Wall's out there. Robert McGuire. And we got Ron Haynes from Jefferson City, Missouri. Jefferson City in the house tonight. Welcome aboard, guys. Good to have you all in here live to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Bomb Squad Racing League. Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking bringing us aboard. Also going to give a shout to BSR Magoo, who I know you had a phone call, Mr. Magoo, there today, Todd. And
that was great.
I'm sure that was awesome. I saw you guys hooked up this afternoon on the phone, talking about tonight, getting things ready, getting our giveaways ready. This is a very special race as well. The 3rd annual race for Richard Sundt, who passed away a couple of years ago. He was an avid sim racer as well. So we're out here in his memory in this Polar Bear 250. It's taken a life of its own over the years, and very first time you and I get to come out and call this race. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This has always been a great race to watch in the first 2 installments.
Yeah, I was able to watch it. And I've been able to watch a couple of these races, Phil, and definitely one of those races that I circled on my calendar to watch, whether it was broadcasted or not. Definitely something that's been around here for the last 3 years. So 3rd annual. This is the 3rd year, being the 3rd year, obviously. But definitely look forward to this, and definitely the conversation I had with Magoo today was it was interesting. It was rather interesting between him and I. I definitely like talking to him, and it's good to relate with BSR Magoo and some of the different guys that want to. And I told him, hey, got my cell phone number. Call me anytime. I don't know about drunk dialing, but I've had some people do that. I've had my own cell phone call me. I've had people call me. Heck, why not just give out my number for drunk dialing? What do you guys think?
Shameless plug. I think you can find it on the Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook page as well.
You
if
can.
you really want to dig high enough, you can probably find Todd's number. So want to complain about a broadcast, want to request your own, or even to say, hey, Todd, I'm drunk and how are you, bud? You can do that as well, as we're live tonight having a good time with the gang of the Bomb Squad Racing League. Miss Kathy Boyle's out there saying hello, Kathy. Hope all is well. Our buddy Willie Harmon from Kansas City, Kansas, checking in. Ken Blackberg is out there watching, guys. Great to see an iRacing audience that we used to see day after night. Come over and hang out with us at NR 2003. That's a lot of fun. And let's not forget about Stars Donations out there on Facebook tonight, guys. Stars Donations, they help us out a lot. And I know we do a lot in iRacing, but we want to show our fans that say NR 2003 is dead, that you guys are totally not. Give us some stars out there. Show us the love tonight here. They help keep our broadcast rates low. They keep us very accessible. They'll allow us to come out here and do NR 2003 broadcasting for hopefully a long time to come, as I know it's getting tougher and tougher to do with our very busy schedule, but we enjoy it when we finally get the time to come out here and do so. We hope to schedule a lot more, as we said. You guys know, if you follow Full Velocity TV at all, fullvelocitytv.com, our very, very busy event schedule. Did I see Mike Ross and Jeff Brown? Is Jeff Brown from iRacing Guy flag out there today? He certainly is. What's up, Jeff? We got Todd out there posting numbers. Todd's doing numbers. Todd's the numbers guy. I'm the guy that'll talk to you. Todd's the guy who will process. He'll even do inventory if we have him to. You got to give him a couple hours to do inventory, though, because he hates inventory. But I tell you what, let's go back to some green flag racing. Let's go under the eye racing, iflag.com. Green flag up in the air. Chevy Chase going to lead Ricky Johnson, Monty Keller, Andrew Lemke, and Manny Diaz from right down the road from me in Riverside, Rhode Island, the 710. He's got that truck rolling. Sorry, Jack, it's not a car tonight, but the truck is rolling. 710. Chevy Chase out to the lead, and he'll pull Monty Keller with him off of 2.
So, Phil, as you were talking about that, I was posting the 9 fans, I should say, for that first Amazon Prime $25 gift card. And I know we got some racing out there, but we want to make sure we give these away to the fans here tonight. I commandeered my wife over here. We're going to give her a number. I'm going to tell her to pick from 1 to 9. You're going to be able to hear her. So 1 to 9. Pick a number. You guys hear that?
No, I did not hear that.
7.
7.
So
Lucky number 7.
Number 7. She didn't even see any of the who they were or anything. So
Well,
number 7.
John Wall.
John Wall. John Wall? Yeah, no, yep, John Wall going to take home the $25 Amazon gift card, the first one, Amazon Prime. So, John Wall, message Full Velocity Racing Network, your address, and, of course, your name and stuff, and we'll get that information out to you. John Wall, the first. We got 2 more to give away, folks, so don't go away.
Absolutely right. We're Talladega racing here tonight, so we're going to be doubled up 2 wide, maybe 3 wide all night long. Monty Keller, he led last time by, but early putting lap number 8. We got 94 laps, 250 miles. You think about it, that's a long race here at Talladega. 50% of what a normal actual 100% race would be, 94 laps around. So you got to think, you got to not only survive till the end, you got a lot of things you can mess up between now and then, keeping the fenders on your truck straight. Of course, dare we say, if we get green flag pit stops, which you certainly hope to do here tonight in Talladega, we'll see how but you can't screw those up. There's so much that's audio control here. The best thing you can do is do what Monty Keller's doing right now, Todd. Just lead the field down to turn 3. What do you think?
And Monty Keller doing a fantastic job there in the 028. It's good to see him out in the race lead with the number 193, the 93 machine of Ricky Johnson pushing him there to the race lead. You got the 12 up top. That's Andrew Lemke aboard that number 12 machine battling out with Chevy Chase. Chase down to the bottom, though, and that Viagra number 096 machine trying to make a whale of a run down there. But I tell you what, looks like the top side a little bit dominant. And thank you, Kathy Voyle, for the 1,000 stars. We appreciate it. And John, yes, the winner. Woo woo, he goes. I'm the winner. Thanks, guys.
I'm glad John won something tonight. I'm not exactly sure our beloved Red Sox will win a whole lot this year with the news that happened this week, but I'm going to be talking baseball now in the month of February. I may get a little bit excited or grumpy depending on what my team is doing, but things not so great this week. Monty Keller leading Ricky Johnson down the back chute. Up on the high lane, you got Andrew Lemke's Toyota pushing. This group down low, Todd, they're trying. Chevy Chase and Dave McLean are together, but with the old TR Talladega version, you can get up high with a line of trucks. You could make the inside lane miserable for the first half of a run. I think when you get fuel burned off, that's when the low side will begin to come in. But now you see McLean drop kick that number 96 of Chevy Chase down to the bottom. Chevy, if I could go the old saying, all by myself. He's got no help. Somebody help Chevy.
He's got some help down there now. The 49 of BSR brain fade down there, Phil. Trying to push him to 34, also right there directly in front of him. That is, I believe, Dave McLean in the number 34. Now he goes back up to the top shelf for the Speedway. So now it looks like everybody's starting to squeeze back in up top. Even Chevy Chase. Chevy definitely does not want to be stuck out of the bottom because everybody's freight trading them around the outside.
Yeah, they certainly are. Andrew Lemke pulled the 12 truck out of 3rd position. He's dropped down low, and he may regret that decision here early because he's got Aussie Bill, Dave McLean, who went by. BSR Steven Brinstedter's 5'10". He was quick in qualifying, started outside pole. He will run 3rd. Monty Keller pulls the train, and Ricky Johnson in tow there in the number 93 running in 2nd. That's a guy behind Monty. If you want a guy who can just push the life out of here at Super Speedway and do it really quickly, Ricky Johnson's the guy to do it. That's a couple of good guys. Monty, Ricky, and Steven. That is 3 really good shoes up top, running the top 3 down the back chute.
Yeah, definitely. And they're pretty much staying in line, right, locked together down the back straightaway. the 028 of Monte Keller, your race leader. Second is Ricky Johnson at 193. And you have the 510 of BSR Steven, the 021 of Aussie Bill, the 4 of Silver Bullet, the 68 of Brian Foyles. Then you got Chevy Chase right now running in the 8th spot. 9th is Dave McLean. And then you have Manny Diaz in the number 710 machine, rounding out your top 10, Phil. So good run for Manny, too.
Yeah, Manny having a good run here early on as I'm responding out there to our buddy Ken Blackburn, who's come in, said if he could afford to throw more stars, Todd, he certainly would. So we appreciate that. You know, I know how it feels to not be able to afford to do things what you want to do or donate to a cause there, Ken. So we certainly appreciate you, bro, for being out there tonight. I know we see you a lot over at our buddy's place as well over at BHP. We support them a lot too, but welcome aboard. And
Phil. But 50,000 stars is our goal here for Facebook, and that's what they want us to hit. So come on, folks. If you got stars, give them to us. So like I said, we appreciate it.
Looks like he pulled to the low side off of the corner off of 2, and it looks like the engine just went south on him. I think that was where the truck blew up. I seen a lot of smoke back there, and I'm going to follow him down. Well, it's off of 4 here through the tri-oval, and he was down low, and I saw that truck abruptly slow down. I was going to imagine something totally would have missed under the hood, as I think I rewound a whole bit too far, but Jack will tell us. I believe that's going to be the replay thing, 'cause I believe the 34 of Dave McCoy. Yeah, I found the smoke there, right in the...
What happened to the squirrel? He packed his bags, left, just exited stage left. He just had sick of running on that wheel for him.
Yeah, just gave up running, swallowed the squirrel, blew the black smoke out. Almost thought we were picking a Pope there for a second, but Dave McLean up in smoke, going to be our second casualty of the night. He will join KJ Kilojoules behind the wall. That was one of the odds-on heavy favorites to win here at Talladega tonight. Also, Jimmy Dale's been trapped 3 laps down. He got some damage in that first wreck. That's another driver. We go back a long way in the community. You've got to remember the name Jimmy Dale. Todd, I've raced with Jimmy Dale years and years ago. That was a cat once upon a time, and I'm sure he still is. Was fast as lightning anytime out there at NR.
Yeah, definitely was good to run with Jimmy Dale, and a great thing to do. I don't know if I remember actually. Yeah, I did run with him. I ran with him a couple different times. He's definitely fast back then. Hasn't changed any. The simulation is rather old, but yeah, I have to agree with you, Phil.
Wrecked it.
Uh-oh.
Andrew Lemke around in the pits. Let's hit the rewind button here and recap what the heck happened. Well, we're having trouble pitting under yellow, and that's never a good idea. It's a long race, 250 miles. We wreck on the track, and I'll go down there and let's watch what happened. And Lemke coming on the entrance to pit road, and I was kosher there. We're going straight. Going straight.
I didn't do too bad.
Oh, I've done far worse. Yeah, he did a little excursion off-road, what you would say. I've done far worse than that. I've gone all the way through the grass. I missed my pit and backed up and wiped the field out. I was kind of tame for Lemke. Of all the times all the races we have logged over the years in this sim, Todd, how many times have we screwed up pitting under yellow? I'll count probably about 2,000.
If it involves a teammate, there's a lot of screw up under yellow. If it doesn't, I'm usually all right. For some reason, anytime I'm around my teammates, whether it's leading, second, third in line at a super speedway, I mean, we've taken each other out down into the walls, with moderate damage, and end up coming back and winning the darn race. But it seems like we're always in trouble at super speedways. It doesn't matter, Phil. I mean, I ran over you coming down pit road. You ran over me.
100 times.
Hundreds of times. Just like the sand traps. We like to frolic and play.
All the nights that we spent road racing together in this sim.
Oh.
And we're the best road racers ever.
Yep.
We would wreck in every corner at the same time, and we would end up in the same sand trap. I would get out of the sand first, go down to the next corner, spin out, and here would come my buddy Todd behind me, can't let me outdone. Here come Todd spinning through the same sand trap in the next corner. We've been a tandem for a long time, on and off the racetrack, I guess.
Yeah, I would get out of that corner a little bit faster and take off, and then the next corner spin out into the sand trap. That's why I said we like to spend a lot of time in the sand. I wonder how a golfing excursion would go for us. Would we spend a lot of time in those sand traps?
We are on lap number 17. Jack's in for a long night. We're going to go back here. Phil and Todd golfing. I can tell you one thing. You'd be ushering me to my ball all day. Even if I hit it 3 inches in front of me, there's a good chance I'm probably not going to find it. So golfing with Phil and Todd, we could make a whole feature movie out of that. That would be hilarious.
I think so. What's everybody think out there, I wonder?
I tell you what, I've been on in a tee box before. I swung my club, I hit my ball, and I hit a woman 40 yards behind me. How do you hit a ball behind you? Phil figured it out. It was like a boomerang. You think about that for a minute.
I tell you what, my favorite thing to do is, and I'm not a golfer by no means. I like to drink and get in the cart and drive around in the cart and get thrown out of golf courses, But my favorite golfing excursion that I had was called Glow Ball. Glow Ball. The golf balls glow in the dark. They're lit up, and you hit them in the dark. And then you have glow sticks all around to try to find the hole. It's rather interesting. I think I ran into a rock once with a golf cart. We had to go swimming for those balls because it cost $10 a ball to rent one of those, Phil. $10. You put them in the pond, you can still see them in that pond. Even though they're snapping turtles, you go down after them.
Oh, would you go? Yeah, you'd probably go Happy Gilmore and dive right in after the ball.
Yeah, it's $10.
I mean, man,
if you don't give them the $10, they keep it. Why would you want them to keep your $10?
Like
that's another beer.
Like two clowns in a sidecar, we are. I tell you,
it's just. I mean, I know we're getting off on the golf and different things that are going on. It does relate to racing because I tell you, a lot of the sports go hand in hand. Obviously, it takes 2 balls to race, where others take 1.
Wow.
So I played a lot of sports, Phil, but I tell you, racing definitely inquired a lot for me to get on the racetrack the very first time and have fun. And then once you realize it, it's a drug.
Yeah, I know. And lucky for guys like you can go out there and do it. I was never fortunate enough to go out there and race a vehicle, but did drive a golf cart once. More than once, a bunch of times, and ended up careening down a hill with a buddy of mine, barrel rolling about landing in the pond. But that was a good day. I tell you what, we got in so much trouble. I peeled out on a... you're not supposed to go on the green and do a burnout on a golf cart? Not a good idea. Did that too.
Yeah, you can't pop it in neutral and go down the hill, Phil, when it's wet down at the end, and then hit the brakes. What that does is it spins you out, and it will get you tossed out of Hardwood Hills is where I was at. Hardwood Hills, it gets you tossed out rather quickly. It just you don't realize they have cameras out there. They must have had people do that before.
You know what the greatest thing for our audience is out there watching right now on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV, Todd? We're about to go back to racing. Thank God we get off of this tangent of talking about golf balls and doing weird things and drunken excursions. Let's say hey to Brian Hunt out there watching on Facebook Live. Welcome aboard, Brian. Thanks for checking in. The Polar Bear 250 tonight here at the Talladega Superspeedway. DJ Champ is going to lead Ricky Johnson, Monty Keller, Aussie Bill, Chevy Chase. That's going to be our top 5 going to green. Manny Diaz running in 6th. Billy Ellisor 7th. BSO Steven 8th, Brian Wolf 9th, and Brain Fade will round our top 10. They are doubled up. They are off to number 4. The pace truck is going to make its way onto pit road, and then we work through this long trial here. Of course, start-finish line at Talladega offset towards turn 1. So we'll pace another about 1,000 yards, but hey, we'll get back to it. Hopefully this will be the run that takes us into our first cycle of green flag stops, because I like seeing what green flag stops look like here at Talladega. Nobody likes pacing.
Oh, definitely, as we get ready to get that green flag, a little bit of a slow here pace set by that number 91 of BSR, DJ Jeff. The iRacing iFlag green flag comes out over the field, and these guys try to get up through the gearbox as fast as they can. As DJ Champ trying to assume the lead there. Ricky Johnson up top there in the Voiles Trucking number 93 machine. Monty Keller was beat out by those guys. Definitely Monty now moves up to the 2nd spot there in the 028 machine. Chevy Chase still inside the top 5 there. And that 096 machine running 4th.
Chevy going to put the Viagra machine up to 4th and get a hit from behind from Aussie Bill with 21 as we work it down with turns over 3 and 4. Everybody up front, all using the high lane. It's BSR Steven in the 510, stuck down low, trying to make it happen. Inside lane, he had a really good restart on, but right away, Steven's there all by his lonesome. Maybe he can get in line. Manny Diaz sneaking on by. No, I thought Stephen May trying to come up the hill. Nope, we're all going to freight train him up high. Stephen needs some help. DJ Champ leads the field.
And DJ Champ leading the field, like you said, the 510, getting freight trained there as he's up on the top shelf of the Speedway, the number 4 machine, and working over the bottom there. That is Silver Bullet there in the Coors machine there, trying to work over the bottom there with a little bit of help there directly in front of him from the 87 machine. As he's trying to make it up through there, almost 3 wide there. The 4 Silver Bullet leaves his wingman, goes up behind the 510 of Steven as the top shelf prevailing right now here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Got to say hello out there. First time watching for Brian Huntville. First time.
First time, and what a night to come out here. We're back in NR 2003 for a night. We do a lot of stuff on iRacing. Most of our platform is over on iRacing. But Brian, if you like what you hear, you like what you see, you like hearing us have a good time, well, like our page, follow our page. You will know everything we're up to. We are on tonight. We got 3 big shows tomorrow, 3 big ones on Sunday. We're almost on every night of the week. So, Brian, I hope you enjoy it here. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network family as we continue to race on here in Talladega. DJ Champ's leading the way, but I'm back here around where Andrew Lemke is. RJ Rusty's back here in the deuce. Brian Wolf is back here in the 29. They were getting after it 3 wide there for a second. And I'll tell you what, open setups here at Talladega, these things are set up light. They get the right air suction, Todd. These things get really, really skirty looking.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys bouncing back and forth as going from the bottom to the top and having a great race so far as the 193 leading this field here. That is Ricky Johnson. A little bit of contact almost back there. They are wrecking now as that little bit of contact goes into a lot of contact. Brian Wolf in the number 29 around. Oh, the Fluid Sim Racing Film Bomb Squad Racing number 29 machine going around. Did he have a little bit of help? It looks like a lot of checkups going on. He comes down the track, collects in to the 710 of Manny Diaz. Do we have any type of turtle out there? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Oh, man. BSR Magoo involved in this one, too. Tough break.
Man, Magoo involved in this one. Yeah, I think it was a checkup in the high lane of all things. I think everybody checked up. Brian Wolf checked up. I don't think Brian Voislo 68 had too much time and got to the back of Mr. Wolf, sent Wolf spinning down the hill, and that puts us under yellow for the 3rd time tonight. We're still early, Todd. 22 laps of 94, so we're wrecking some trucks. I'm hopefully not wrecking some feelings. We're going to be in for a long night. Man, I don't know what more to say about that.
It's pretty much everybody loves
it's a Sugar Plate Racer.
Loves the Slinky. And that's the Slinky effect up top, though.
Oh, sing it.
Yeah, I'm not singing it here tonight, but everybody does love a Slinky. It happens at super speedways, unfortunately. A lot of different things happen as the pace truck driver takes no care of any of the drivers out there on the speedway, drives right straight through them. But they're going down on the pit road, Phil. Let's see who's going to come out on top of this excursion down on pit road.
Absolutely. Let's take a peek-see down there on pit road. It looks like most of the field has come on down, and I believe a lot of them have not stopped yet, so we've been slowed by 3 yellow flags on a bad time to come down there and put this thing full of fuel, maybe put some tires on them, and let's see what the race leader does. Ricky Johnson on the 193. He was our pole sitter here tonight. We'll follow him down to the long side of pit road, 55 miles per hour. When you peel off and do all that time, you really lose a lot there. So he's on a little sign. Chevy Chase coming in right behind them as well. And looking here, I see at least 2 rights on the 93. Oh, gassing. Go for the 93. They were going to pull tires over the wall. They pulled them back. Quick stop there for the 193. Also, Aussie Bill was in on pit lane. Not sure if anybody really took a lot of time for tires up front. I'm not sure there's guys back there that pitted for at least 2, possibly 4. But Ricky J, he said, nope, just fill me full of fuel. Get me out of here. All right, wherever my partner may be, I guess it's a good cue for Todd to take a drink. I think I'll take one as well. We'll break in back with the call to restart live from a Talladega Super Speedway. We'll be right back here live on your source for esports racing. Hey, Todd, you back?
Oh yeah.
Hey, guess what? Jack put our mics hot. He says we're boring the viewers with downtime. We never used to do downtime years ago, so we're gonna get one to go this time. I lost you there for a second. Did you grab a nice ice cold beverage to get you through the next part of this race?
My beverage was in front of me. It's been in front of me all night. I can get beverages given to me and brought to me all night long, Phil. You should know that by now.
Yeah, you're a lucky guy. It doesn't happen for me. But you know what? The next yellow flag, if we get one, I'm going to go grab another cold one of my own. And I may even make a nature call, because sometimes that'll happen. I've learned when I throw it to Todd and he don't answer back, it usually means two things. He unplugged the headset, or he had to go visit Mother Nature. The headset died. That's happened too a couple of times. I think he lets it die on purpose sometimes.
No,
you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
It was trying to die tonight, and I got it plugged in, and I keep hearing do. So yeah, it's almost like ESPN. Yeah, well, that's what this stupid thing makes in my ears when it's trying to die. So I have to keep plugging it back in. So unfortunately, I don't know why it went dead today, but it's dead, and it was plugged in. I mean, I plugged it in hard enough. I don't know.
Wrong cord.
Not same cord.
User error.
Same cord. Got kids though. That might have happened.
That's true. And I know your kids. They are quite the rowdy bunches. Hey, I thought we were getting one to go this past time, but we got to truck a lap down with Chevy Chase, so they let us out there for one more time. So sure where we could steer the conversation from here. Ricky Johnson leading Aussie Bill, Andrew Lemke, Greg Lovell, and Silver Bullet going to be a top five. You going to sing for us? Are we going for awards here tonight? Want to say hey to, was that Tanner Folds out there live on Facebook? Ashley, is this R Factor? No, it is not R Factor. That's a great question. This is NR 2003, NASCAR Racing 2003 season. We still race out in this sim. We still broadcast this sim from time to time. We do a lot of iRacing stuff nowadays. But, yep, we're back at NR 2003 for another great night with the Bomb Squad Racing League. The sim, 17 years of age, is still alive and still has a very vibrant, well community. A lot of great tight-knit racing out there. We just got the Bomb Squad Racing League on display tonight. We'll have a TDR Racing League here coming up next Saturday night, opening up in Daytona. You can see Phil on the racetrack here on live. Imagine that, Todd. We watched you race on full velocity here before. I don't know if we ever watched Jack, but you guys get to watch me going out there in my BladeNo.com Chevrolet next Saturday night. We're going to hope to do well. I'm not very optimistic about my chances. I haven't practiced a whole lot.
You think that's even fun, Phil? I'm going to be out in a broadcasted race here, too. I think it's the 22nd, which is a Friday. I'm going to be in a late model, in the BladeNo.com late model.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
really?
goodness.
Oh, really? How about I take out the field and I get ejected?
Hey! Is J.D. Brown going to be an admin?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Guess what? I got to interview J.D. Brown last night.
Oh, you did?
I did. I really wanted to say something, but I didn't. I will remember that. Look at that, Katie out there, 100 stars, 7-week streak. Thank you, Katie.
Katie's the best.
Yeah, we definitely that helps us get towards our goal. Like you said, 50,000 stars for the month of February. Lights are extinguished at top.
Yay!
The pace truck down the back straightaway, Phil. Looks like we may get some green flag racing in once again.
You know what we're doing tonight? We're giving our pal Katie a look of NR 2003, what it looked like here 17 years ago. We all started. We're still out here. When she asked, what we were doing here for a broadcast, she had no idea about a week ago what this sim even was. So she's getting her first look at NR 2003. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't have all the graphic prettiness of what iRacing has, but the racing is still really good. The leagues are still really good. So let's get after it here as the lights are out. It's going to be Ricky Johnson, Aussie Bill, Andrew Lemke, and Greg Lovell. Lovell was a lap down. He was the turtle. He's going to restart fourth. We don't do quick repairs in iRacing. That truck's got to be hurt.
No, I think there's only moderate damage, Phil, so it's almost like quick repairs.
No damage.
Is it real damage? No,
we don't do quick repairs in NR 2003. Quick repairs are for sissies anyway. Let's go back under the iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag, Ricky Johnson, Aussie Bill. Going to stomp that loud pedal down whenever they get there. There we go. Green flag finally in the air. Thought he had to grab his beer and put it down, but Ricky J going to stomp that pedal down. He'll restart in the high lane. He will take Greg Lovell on the outside, and they'll like a rocket ship. They'll lead him over in turn one.
You are right, Joe Bishop out there still has great graphics. And yes, They're racing down here into turn one. They're already down the back straightaway. That's how fast they're going through. Aussie Bill down to the inside there as he fights to the nail. Looks like with the number 88 machine of Greg Lovell up on the top shelf of the speedway, getting help from Monty Keller. The number 12 right there, too. The 12 was Andrew Lemke there, Phil, and he had some issues, too, as these guys shake a little bit on my screen. It looks like, though, the 193 of Ricky Johnson is going to still continue to lead this one.
Yeah, he's going to be good out front. Open setups here, so you know these guys have these setups all tricked out with a billion laps on them in this old school CTS, the old school that came out, 17 years ago. Man, to think about the way these things are boxed up way back in the day, but they are rolling in the outside lane, 4-truck breakaway. Ricky J, Aussie Bill, Greg Lovell, Monty Keller, Billy Elviso, the 87, he's holding on to the top lane as well, and just looking for the first one who may try their hand down low. Well, it was Andrew Lemke. He was in the lane up high. He tried to the low side. It was like throwing a parachute. He's going to get freight trained. He's got brain fade pushing, but the outside lane just having a little train around him as they'll go there. Double file now, one coming down to the low side. Believe that may have been Silver Bullet in the 4. They're down low over in turn 4.
Yeah, it was a Silver Bullet, and the number 4 machine working over the bottom side of the speedway, trying to get a 2x2 here at the Talladega Super Speedway. The number 4 machine underneath the number 91 there for a little bit. But with it back down of it now, the number 12 up top. That is Andrew Lemke side by side with the number 4, the Silver Bullet. But the top shelf seems to be prevailing here early on in the going here on lap 29 of 94. And it's been so far Ricky Johnson leading this event here right over the 021 of Aussie Bill. We've had a couple of different lead changes, though, Phil, throughout this event so far.
We certainly have over the first 29-plus laps there. We have seen a couple of lead changes up there. Chevy Chase led early. Ricky Johnson, a pole sitter, he led. Monty Keller's taking a turn up front. So, yeah, we've seen some different leaders up there, but they are all on the top lane of the racetrack. And if I remember, open setups in CTS at all taught at this OTR version, open setups always, for some reason, migrated the racing up high. Don't we do a lot of fixed setup racing? We always built sets that were able to run down low because you always had that grip up high to get that big run. But for whatever reason, open setup racing here at Talladega always seems high side dominant. We can see one single lane. This takes me back to about 15 years in NASCAR and the Cup cars. They all stayed up on the wall all day and nobody really moved. We got a freight train down the back chute.
Freight train, they're all up top, just minding their P's and Q's. Remember, there's 64 laps left to go. I know Joe Bishop was out there. It is Talladega TR, as Dave is saying, and so is Kathy Foyle saying they're Talladega TR version 1.5. They're answering out there in the chat box. Great to have everybody out there answering, too, Phil. We love to communicate with our chat box, but it's great to have everybody else out there helping us out, too, because sometimes it's hard to keep up with.
It really is, and I think that's the beauty of coming from a place like NR 2003. It was always really community-based here. It wasn't about a lot of leagues and a lot of egos. Everybody's always kind of come together, helping for the betterment of the old sim, keeping it all together, all the great leagues still out there racing, the many different mods, the great tracks. There's so many, and the great part is, Todd, all the content was free. It was a one-time you bought the sim years ago. It's kind of about freeware now. If anybody want to get involved, get a hold of somebody. We can get you the actual game out there to come out and race with us. But I'll tell you what, I think it's what makes this game live as long as it has in a way it still thrives and survives. It's all free stuff. When somebody creates a new track or a new mod, they don't put it out there for sale. They don't need a subscription to have it. It's all accessible to us all. We all work together to put stuff out there like that. I think they say this sim was way ahead of its time, and I think because of that, it's still very relevant here as we start 2020.
Yeah, I think it's still relevant. Definitely starting to lose a little bit of the flashiness that it used to have there, Phil. But the freeware still makes it relevant, and guys still wanting to race this and have a grand old time with this old simulation. And it's definitely it's proven its weight in gold, Phil. I definitely over the years, over 17 years, that I've messed around with it. Besides like the Rat Bag games, but man, this was so good here. It's been so good for so long, and still a lot of drivers out there racing in it.
Absolutely, and a lot of guys specialize at doing this in the super speedways as well. As you see Mike Thornton out there watching, asking, what league is this? The Bomb Squad Racing League is where we're out here tonight. Brian and Kathy Voiles, from Bomb Squad Racing, BSR Magoo, the guy in charge. I think there's a whole bunch of administrators over here that take really good care of this league. But yeah, the new incarnation of the BSR Bomb Squad Racing League. So check these guys out. You can look up Bomb Squad Racing League. the drivers and fans page over on Facebook. You want to follow what they're up to. Great league. Thank them a lot for what they do for us. Have a good time. And we look over at turn number 3. Starting a little bit racy. Ricky J's leading the way, but that group about 4th or 5th on back from, say, Steven and Billy Ellis or DJ Champ, they've had a thought to bring it down low. Let's go 2 wide racing off turn 4.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to get a train going on the bottom of the speedway. They're going to say the middle group, trying to pitch the lane up just a tad bit, trying to use that side draft to the advantage. DJ Champ down to the bottom, being pushed, like you said, by the 103 machine. That is Nelly down on the bottom, trying to get something to work here. But that top shelf just so fast here tonight.
Really is, but I'll tell you what, when they put 6 or 7 trucks together on the bottom, they were starting to make some time down there. DJ was leading the way. Nelly in the 103. Let's hope Nelly don't wreck there tonight. You know what happens when Nelly wrecks, Todd? We like to scream out, "Whoa, Nelly!" Let's not throw a "Whoa, Nelly" out there tonight. Brain fade right there, the 49. Third truck tuck up on the inside. They're starting to make some waves on the inside, especially the entry to the corner. They really get a good run. But see, you have all that motor wound up in the outside lane. That's where we've always known Talladega. Turns 2 and turn 4, the outside lane is always the place to be.
And that's where you want to be here. Don't forget, folks out there in Facebook Live, YouTube, even Twitch for that matter. I guess we can police that here a little bit, but we're going to do another giveaway for one of them Amazon Prime gift cards, $25 to the fans out there watching this one. So halfway home, which would be lap 47, we're going to do something a little quirky. We'll have Phil come up with something this time, and then I'll take down the numbers, and then we'll do another drawing for one of those.
Wait, I have to have an idea?
Yeah, an idea.
Oh, my goodness. You're asking a lot. Wow. Thought running a league and a series was enough, and doing a broadcasting, lead broadcasting night after night. Giving an idea to come up with a gimmick for halfway for the Amazon Prime gift card giveaway.
Turtle.
You did. And I'll come up with a hashtag, and we certainly will. Hey, you know what? I think I got it, and we'll throw it out here in about 10 laps as we approach halfway, and I'm going to put you on the spot with this one. How about that? Katie, if you're out there listening still, don't go far. We have a treat coming up here. Hashtag who's it going to be? That's exactly what we're going.
You can't put it out there yet.
Nope, not yet. You can't jump the gun. We'll tell you when. That's going to be the hashtag. I'll let you start typing it now for those that are out there hunting and pecking on the keyboard. Hashtag who's it going to be? That is going to be the next hashtag. We'll give it halfway. You got about, 6
laps.
or 7 laps or 36 of 94. We get to lap 47.
Yep, lap 47, you'll have 5 laps to type that, too. 5 laps.
10 laps. That's like 1 character per lap. I think even I can pull that off. I'm not that slow. I'm slow. Not that slow.
Well, there's some guys out there that still peck at the keyboard, Phil.
Yep.
I mean,
mechanical
it's
keyboards at that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Don't want to make fun of Jack, though.
Yeah, you may get kicked for that one.
Yeah, he did that to me last night. One of these days, he's going to kick me, and I'm not going to come back into the booth, and I'm going to make him call the rest of the race. How funny would that be?
He won't.
Yeah, he won't. You're right. The race will get streamed in straight silence.
Yes.
That's what Jack would do. Hey, you know who's out there watching, bud? That's exactly right. Bob Tompkins is out there watching tonight. Our old friend from SMO out there rooting on his buddy Monty Keller. Mr. Bob, hope all is well. I guess we could say our old buddy Fire Cop, but we see over there on YouTube. Bob Tompkins Sr. still out there racing at SMO, Todd, and he's still out there supporting us. He was one of the most early supporters of us back in the day when we were known as DRTV back here so many years ago now. So hope Bob's doing well.
Yeah, I definitely hope Bob Tompkins is doing well. Haven't had the I guess we haven't talked to him in quite some time, Phil. I haven't heard from him, but good to see him out there. And Terry, you definitely need to start racing again. It would be a great thing to do out there. I know everybody's putting hashtags. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Lap 47. Oh.
As Katie is calling him, Uncle Kenny is out there. He is already cheating. He's already hashtagged it out there. See? They hear for the prize this time. They don't listen to the rules. You ever have the rules and disclaimers when you enter a contest? You got to wait until we say, throw the hashtag out there.
Hashtag DRTV. That was great, Joe Bishop says.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. That was a long time ago. That was where a lot of us were. I know I started anyways. Then you go back even longer, like different companies you were a part of. You've been doing this a lot longer than me. Man.
RLM TV.
That dates you, Todd. That stuff that's more than a decade ago.
Yeah, I was young back then, and I don't even know if I had a voice back then. It sounded more like I was screaming into the microphone and having mouth breathing problems. I don't know. It was rather interesting.
Well, some broadcasters still mouth breathe and have squeaky voices out there and have little cliche clutch phrases like "yeehaw."
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
At least we found something original with who's it going to be. At least that one sticks. That one's so big we even have a T-shirt out there at some point.
Yeah, we do. We do. Definitely have a T-shirt. We have new T-shirts coming here soon, too.
You know what? My wife gave us a good hashtag right now. Who's it not going to be? It's not going to be me.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Roger Doublestick wants to know what a hashtag is. You need a pound sign.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to call it the pound sign. If I told my kids right now to pick up the phone and hit the pound sign, they'd have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, try to put your kids in front of one of them rotary dial phones, Phil. I remember I had one.
There's Facebook videos out there for that stuff now. They have no idea. Remember the old school cable boxes where you had like 10 channels and you had to click the thing, no remote controls? I think that even predates this old sim. Let's go back to racing actions. We are approaching halfway. 41 laps of 94 on the board. Ricky Johnson leading Aussie Bill, Greg Lovell, Billy Elvisor, Monty Keller, our current top 5. And I guess the reason we haven't talked a lot about the racing action, Todd, is it is 2x2x2. And I've said it for years. We have called 1,000 restrictor plate races, 1,000 super speedway races. There's only so many ways you can describe 2x2 and make it sound entertaining. Let's let the viewers just watch and see what it's like.
Yeah, let's take one of the views through here. Watch the field here for a whole lap as these guys duke it out here 2x2x2.
All right, there you have it. A lap around the Talladega Superspeedway going too wide at close to 200 miles per hour inside one of these big boxy trucks. Think of all the stuff that you could do in a 50-second lap around Talladega. Think of all the stuff you can do in 50 seconds. That's called high-speed chess match right there.
Yeah, definitely. You got to make sure you can make that move, Phil. Towards the end of the race, you got to be there. So you want to make sure that you're putting everything in the right direction. Whether it's your pawns, whether it's your bishop, whether it's your horse, you want to make sure that you're putting your pieces where they should be.
That's what Jack's got it out there now. We're gonna go Sheffield Graphics on board as he's got a couple different views there, a couple different truck views. Now he comes out of the truck there. I really delayed over here tonight. Not exactly liking how delayed I am, but that was our Sheffield Graphics on board with a couple different looks there. Looking at the head of Ricky Johnson, Monty Keller leads the way off turn number 4. We are quickly approaching halfway. 44 laps of 94 on the board. The Polar Bear 250 presented by the Bomb Squad Racing League here tonight. Richard Sundt Memorial, 3rd annual event. We hope to come back and do this again next year. We've been watching this race the first 2 years that were broadcasted out there. We're glad to come having a part of it as part of our repertoire this season. We've done a lot of races like the UNAP 500, the NRT race over the years. There's been a lot of big NR races. Stops. We got green flag stops there, all slamming on the brakes. And oh my goodness, Chevy Chase about knocked the inside wall down.
I've seen that happen quite a few times.
Wow. I was rooting the bomb.
Stops. This is what you wanted, Phil. This is what you wanted to see.
Let's
guys
see it.
On pit road.
Oh!
Oof. Ooh, somebody overshot their pistol, it looked like.
Somebody. Oh, we got one around. We got Chevy Chase, the Viagra truck. Well, the nose of the truck, he must have taken a pill, Todd, because it grew 4 inches longer over the course of that run because the Pinocchio truck. There you go. He spun Farco around. He even rewind it a little bit further. Remember back in the day where guys would turn left, go through somebody's pit stall underneath them to the left in between their car and the wall? Well,
Yep.
Chevy did that too. And that was an exciting pit stop. They're all in. I saw 2 left side tires for a lot of the crews. They get them down there, and you got to hope nobody's in a pit road speeding penalty. But I tell you what, if you were inside the 96 truck throughout the entire stop, you saw a lot of entertainment right there.
Yeah, definitely a lot of entertainment as the 88 of Greg Lavelle getting out first there, Phil. As Lavelle, definitely a good pit stop for him. You have Ricky Johnson, him and Lavelle quite a ways away from the guys that are directly behind him. We'll see if they'll be able to get in the draft. Brian Wolf right there, that number 29 machine, then the 87, the 028, the 83. Those guys tight together. They're in a drafting pack of 4. We'll see if they're going to be able to chase down Ricky Johnson and the number 88 machine of Greg Lavelle.
All right, I'm down here looking on pit road. I found Brian Voiles. I found BSR Magoo. I found Nelly in the 103 as they all come out together. All 3 of those trucks, Todd, took 4 tires, got it stuffed full of Sunoco racing fuel. They'll rejoin the ranks of the Speedway as we're now 46 laps in. We're 1 lap from halfway. I think we've about cycled everybody in and out of pit road. We have 18 trucks left of the racetrack. It may be time to put those hashtags out there, so I guess it's time, Todd. I'm going to let you give the teaser for the hashtag and maybe prediction, possibly. Let's throw some predictions here at halfway.
Yeah, definitely here. Coming up on halfway, just waiting for scoring and timing to reset. We got star donations from Robbie Buckner out there. 3-week streak, but we're getting ready to give away that $25 Amazon Prime gift card as these guys make it down pit road here. But we are going to ask YouTube and Facebook Live one question. Who's it gonna be? Hashtag who's it gonna be? Let's hear it. Let's hear the hashtag out there in there to win the Amazon Prime $25 gift card. Hashtag who's it gonna be? Let's see it. We'll give it away here. 5 laps you guys got to do that.
5 laps. 5 laps to get that hashtag in. Who's it going to be? Yeah, it's a long one. I know Uncle Kenny out there. He does he count? He was a little premature with that entry. Do we wave off that entry? Make him do it again. Wow, we got dog barking doing who's it going to be back there. How about that? I don't know if we lost Todd or the dog got the headset, but Greg Lovell off the strength of that really good pit stop. And if you know anything about NR 2003, go out there, Super Speedway Racing. Guy who not many guys do it better than number 88 out front, Greg Lovell. He'll lead Ricky Johnson now off of turn number 4. You look back in third, Brian Wolf, the Fluid Studios, number 29, currently running in third. Billy Ellis, a good run for our friend Billy, who I believe comes to us from ECT, East Coast Thunder, who've recently kind of regrouped and got their stuff back to running again. And Monty Keller, Monty's 028's had a really good night. That's the top 5. They're all glued up high. We are now past halfway, Todd. They have all kind of got back together, a group up front of about, 8 or 9 trucks. So maybe 8, 9 trucks breaking away from the rest of the pack. But they're all up high. They're on the line. It's time to log laps here at Talladega. Halfway home, 125 miles in. 125 laps left. They got still a lot of racing left to do.
Yeah, definitely got a lot of racing left to do. You got 3 short laps here left. 3 laps left here to get the hashtag who's it going to be out there in the chat box for the Amazon Prime gift card. As they're picking the dog out here, Phil. Mike Thornton.
The
hashtag
dog.
Who's it going to be? The dog. The dog. Dog nose in the background.
Dog is going to win. I don't know. These trucks are going awfully fast. Can the dog outrun these trucks?
I don't know. Let's see.
Robbie's asking if we kidnapped Murphy.
No. That one was, I can't remember which one that was. I got
I'll
2
tell you
dogs
what.
here.
Have you met Murphy yet?
I've heard Murphy in the background. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Murphy's a good little lap dog. Ain't that right, Robbie? Really quiet, really lovable. The ears flicking back and forth. That a little basset hound. Yeah, our buddy Murphy out there watching what our buddy Robbie Buckner. Thank you, Robbie, for checking in here tonight. Also seeing our old friend Alan Coleman checking in. He's in on the hashtags here tonight as well. So good to see our old friend from years ago back in Razor TDR and NWA and many other leagues over the day. Alan Coleman, buddy, hope all is well. So the laps are clicking down. I know we got a lot of hashtags coming in. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to give it away this time.
Going to be the same thing. I got my wife standing by here just waiting. As looks like this time by 1 lap to go for the hashtag. Who's it going to be, Phil? 1 lap to go for that Amazon Prime gift card. So this is the last. That's it. You can win it here. $25 for the Amazon Prime gift card. $25. It's hashtag who's going to be. You got only a back straightaway, 3 and 4 to go through, and then the start finish line. Then we're going to call it quits, and then I'm going to add these up, Phil, and put a list out there.
All right. Well, you've got some work to do because they have certainly been busy. And I'll tell you what, I've been checking YouTube and Twitch, and I'm not sure you can enter a contest in 3 different varieties, but Andy Margo, I'm on to you, buddy. He hashtagged in Twitch, he hashtagged in YouTube, he hashtagged in Facebook. The only problem is he only gets 1 entry. 1 entry out of low. So you don't get 3 numbers. That's like stacking a lotto against you right there. But Andy will put you in the mix. We're going to get Todd down there getting the numbers all together. We're over in turns number 3 and 4. And Monty Keller at 028. He has been fast there tonight. I know the SMO guys are happy about that. He's done a hell of a job. Monty's a good little racer. I've raced him a lot over the years as well. Greg Lovell back there in second. Ricky J running in third. The race is back here for 4th now. Brian Wolf at 29, and Stanley in the number 83. And now, if anybody knows anything about Stanley, this guy knows his way around super speedways. He has been at it for a long time. Stanley, our old friend from the land down under in Australia. And that's just a good segue, because tomorrow night, Todd, you like Australians on our airwaves. We're going to have a lot of Aussies tomorrow at the 3rd annual Sprint Car Classic from the Eldora Speedway. It will come to you at 1 p.m. Australian time tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast in America. 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, 1 o'clock in Australian time. How about that? Different variety here on the network. I believe we're going to have close to 30 Aussies in the field tomorrow. Probably about 20 Americans and 1 lone Canadian. The 410 Sprint Car Classic will be coming up tomorrow evening live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I hope you'll join that as well. Have a great one also tomorrow afternoon at matinee. The BladeNode.com folks are putting on a 200-lap race, the Richmond International Raceway in the trucks, the Milner Media and Design 200. I believe we come on the airwaves for that, I believe at 1 o'clock Eastern time, so watch out for that link as well. We got a big weekend. 6 shows coming up over the next 2 days. We'll be out there all over the place, so hope you'll join us as well on your source for esports racing. Is Todd, I'm hoping you got numbers together. Hope you got them out there, and it's time. Who is going to win our second $25 Amazon Prime gift card?
Drum roll for who's it going to be here. The hashtag who's it going to be. Amazon Prime gift card, $25. Number 1 through 10.
4.
Hear that, Phil?
4.
Number 4.
Ken.
Number 4.
Number 4 went to Ken.
Okay.
That be Kenneth Blackburn, Uncle Ken out there? He gonna win the gift card?
Yep, Ken wins it.
All right, Ken, drop us a message to our Facebook here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Send us your address, and of course your name, address, how to get it out to you. We'll make sure we get all the information, get it to the folks that needs to get to here at the Bomb Squad Racing League. You are the winner of our second giveaway of the night. $25 Amazon Prime gift card to our buddy Kenneth Blackburn. I'm so glad he's out there watching as we're watching some good racing going on here at Talladega. And they are getting after it, I tell you what. I watched Stanley drop from the low lane. He was up to 3rd. He has dropped back to the end of his train now, all the way back to 8th. So it was 8-truck breakaway up front. Well, they're not running in line. They're getting after it, doing some racing.
I got to thank everybody for playing these, and we got one more to give away here. We'll do that with 10 to go, Phil. Let's do 10 to go here as we get down there. We'll do 10 to go. We'll do a quick hashtag. That'll go all the way to the end of the race, then we'll announce our winner at the end of the race for that last $25 Amazon Prime gift card. And, folks, you got to thank you got to really thank BSR for giving these to us to give away. I definitely had a long talk here, and it was an great conversation with Magoo, and he wanted to give away 3 of these gift cards to the fans out here that support Full Velocity Racing Network, that support Bomb Squad Racing, and that's an awesome thing right there. That he was able to do that. So thank you so much to BSR, the group of guys over here. It just they put so much into the community. It means an awful lot, and got to thank those guys. So don't forget to thank them.
Absolutely. Bomb Squad Racing League, a great bunch. I'm really happy they've come aboard and let us do what they do. And, of course, got to thank them. Got to thank the Voyles family as well, Brian and Kathy, for being our presenting sponsor. They are very relevant on our airwaves every night as far as our starting lineups go. They take really good care of us. So, Kathy and Brian, we certainly appreciate all that you have done and continue to do for us. Let us come out here night after night and do what we do, what we enjoy to do, what we love to do. And let us come out here and play in our 2003, where a lot of us started, where our bread was buttered for years and years. And it's always good. It's always going to be like coming back home. As much as a lot of these broadcasts now, with the way we kind of do with the scoring and whatnot, it's a lot of stuff that goes in behind the scenes to make these things run. But we love coming back home and doing this some time that we can.
I definitely love coming back home. Love doing everything here. Gotta thank Sheffield out there, Michael Sheffield, for the star donations, 200 stars, 2-week streak. Thank you, Michael, and it's definitely love coming back to this, Phil. Love coming back to the simulation because it's near and dear to my heart. Yes, we do an awful lot of iRacing stuff now, but we're able to come back, broadcast this. It's a lot harder for us to broadcast this, but we can do it time in and time again.
That's what's awesome about it. We love coming back to do it. We stay very busy on a nightly basis, of course, but there's about 6,000 iRacing broadcasts out there. There's not many left here in NR 2003, so we try to service as many as we possibly can. We'll do it this well here in 2020 as much as we possibly can. I know we're going to be at TDR Racing League next Saturday night. I know we're going to schedule some more here at Bomb Squad Racing League. I know Hobo Races out there waiting for me to get a hold of them. We're going to slew of Tuesday night races on the schedule, so as they break, we'll certainly put them out there to you guys. We're going to be, we got one truck around. We got a big wreck.
Big wreck, as Phil says. We're going to have to take a look-see and see what caused that one. I've seen a lot of cars carnage around. Brian Wolf upside down there, rolling down the hill. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go back, Phil, and
me too.
Up to this.
Yeah, we're going to let Jack take a look at all the replays on the Full Velocity Racing Network, brought to you by J-Max Journeys. Check Jonathan's journeys out today. Visit the website, jmaxstrong.com. They have apparel, the whole story about Jonathan, what he has done, and looks like we've had some contact out there. Brian Wolf got sent around, and trying to see from here who it was. It was right in front. It was Silver Bullet that got into the back of a 29. So Brian was switching lanes. Not sure Silver Bullet was ready for it, but Brian took a shot, and poor Stanley, he had nowhere to go. And a couple more trucks got really wadded up.
Yeah, the 91 BSR DJ Champ also involved in that one, had nowhere to go. Wrong place, wrong time. The 49 also involved in that one, Phil. A lot of carnage to 83. Also involved, who gave the last shot to Brian Wolf as he rolls down the track, tumbling like a tumbleweed down the track. So he was able to land on all fours and keep going. As there is, I'm gonna tell you, there is 34 laps left to go there. 34
laps to go in the Polar Bear 250. You've seen a wild replay right there. Many tore up. I'm gonna chew that tumbleweed's tumble. So I'm going to chew on that for a minute. I know Jack's going to take a drink. I'm going to get a quick drink here. So let's pause under the yellow flag. Live from the Talladega Super Speedway on your source for esports racing. Yes. All right, Jack says it's time to talk, and when Jack speaks, I listen. That's just kind of how it is. I listen to Jack more than I listen to my own wife, and especially more than I listen to Todd, because Todd and I have been doing this so long, it's kind of like being an old married couple anyway, isn't it? You don't listen to me, I don't listen to you.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly the point. At the end of the day, we're just a bunch of guys talking about people playing video games. So
it's not a video game; it's a simulation. Phil, get it right.
How many times
you're gonna get smacked upside the head?
Do you know how many times I've argued this at a party? You ever tell anybody that completely knows nothing about what we do?
Yep.
I get looked at like we have 6 heads.
They believe it's a simulation. It's not a video game. They have flight simulators too, Phil. Flight. Yes.
So EA Sports is in the game then?
That's a game. That's an arcade.
So we're simulating.
We are simulating everything.
So you mean I could get into one of these big boxy trucks and go 200 miles an hour if I wanted to? Because I could do it here. I could simulate and do it in real life.
Yep.
Sweet. I don't want to advise it though, but what do you say?
Just remember, when you wreck in one of those trucks, there is no escape and get a new truck. Yes.
I would dance around like Ricky Bobby and scream, I'm on fire, I'm sure. But what do you say we go back under the iRacingGuyFlag.com green flag is Ricky Johnson and BSR Magoo. Magoo up in the outside of that first row. We saw him involved in a wreck. Magoo going to lead Ricky Johnson to the line where Ricky's got Greg Lovell. And here comes Billy Ellison on the 87 inside lane. Almost seems a place to be in the restart. It's about a lap later where everybody goes up high. But Ricky J, he'll lead him off of 2.
Yeah, Ricky J right now. Ricky Johnson in that 193 machine leading the charge there over a couple of different competitors there. BSR Magoo did have a wreck there, but the 88 right now running in second. That is Greg Lavelle. But Magoo looks like he's a little bit stronger if he has some trucks around him though, Phil. I don't think that he can pull out and pass like some of the other trucks because he's been in 2 big wrecks. He's got to have a lot of damage to the front of that nose, some back-end damage probably to the machine, but we'll see if he's going to be able to maybe sneak his way inside the top 3. Be nice to have him interviewed. Be nice to interview any of these guys, Phil. They're all a class act here at Bomb Squad Racing.
Yeah, they really are. I love getting hold of these guys and touching base with them when we certainly can. Always good to come over here and do one of these broadcasts. And Ricky J is leading the way. We got a 5-car and 5-truck breakaway here up the front, but racing is back here for 5th between Steven and Billy Ellison. As quick as they started racing, wouldn't you know, they got back in a single file train. So now I fall back to Aussie Bill. Him and Jimmy Dale, they're side by side for 9. We got one squarely over in 3. Somehow they kept the handful and they saved that thing.
Yeah, they kept it going, and I've been watching the 68 of Brian Voiles, Phil. He's starting to make some headway up towards the front. He's the guy down on the bottom of the speedway trying to get around the 510 of BSR Steven. Steven able to slam the door, shot to 8 of Voiles. Goes back up into line in lockstep with everybody else right there directly in front of him. And Kathy out there, Phil, saying she would have to save my friend from the fake fire.
She would save me from the fake invisible fire that I would be in when I wreck. Kathy, you're the best. I tell you what, that's great. That's a friend right there. Put out the invisible fire. I don't think Todd would put the invisible fire on me. Jack would, yeah, I assume you'd pull gas. If I was on fire and Todd had water, I think he'd probably drink it. I don't think some other people in this community would have years ago.
I got some other things that are probably not appropriate for this broadcast.
You would drink the water and whiz on my head.
That would be close, yeah. Yeah, it's just like Cards Against Humanity. You almost know what I'm thinking. It's kind of weird.
Almost. Let's not get into that because we'll do a couple more rounds of that over the next couple of days as well. When we're not talking or sleeping, that may be an idea. So we'll have to get a hold of our Cards Against Humanity gang over here and have some fun. But let's say some racing. 67 laps of 94, so I guess we're 2/3 the way home. And it's time now, Tom. We're under 30 laps remaining. One more green flag pit stop from here to make. So think about we've seen pit road be messed up here under green. We've seen guys wreck under yellow. It was exciting. Think about this potential money stop that may be coming in about 8 or 10 laps. You got to get in. You got to get in clean first and foremost. Are we taking tires or are we just taking gas?
I don't know. It depends on what the wear is. I would take right side tires No, left side tires.
Left.
Left side. I take left side tires and gas.
I'm taking none. I'm not patient.
It's not that much slower to have that than that. We are 27 laps from the end there. We got some fans out there asking, but we are 27 laps from the end of this race. But it is definitely rather interesting. It's an interesting call because I know that left side tires are faster than right side tires.
Well, they are. You're closer to the wall.
But it's not that much faster if you've got an empty tank to not just put those 2 tires on. So you might as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could 2 greats. I mean, you're gonna need at least a can and a half to get if you stretch this thing all the way out. So yeah, you can put right side tires on, lose any time. But I'm gonna tell you what, I don't want to wish anything going wrong. How many times in this old sim did you hear? Well, something's going wrong with tires. The gas can didn't apply right. The jack. I agree. I fired my crew more times than not. I'll tell you what. But I know I'm watching right now, Todd. Look at Nelly in the 103 by himself. He just passed about 3 trucks. And he's got a bullet over there in turn 3, but he's losing it now. But he had passed Chevy Chase, he had passed Steven, but just like that, down to the turn 3 and 4, well, inside lane has died.
Yeah, you're Superman for a little bit. You usually draft, and you got that one whale of a run, and you just feel like Superman, able to propel yourself way up there. But with no drafting help, now he does, with the form of the number 19 behind him, but with no drafting help, he's going to go no place real fast.
It's good to see Furco out there with us tonight. Been a while since we see Furco's name out here on the network, so good to see Steve Furco back there on the number 19, running in the top 10, doing a good job. Ricky Johnson leading the way over Greg Lovell, BSR Magoo, Chevy Chase, and BSR Steven running in the top 5. Monty Keller, Nelly, Furco, Andrew Lemke, and Jimmy Dale. That is our current top 10. 70 laps complete, this time by 24 laps remain. The Polar Bear 250 Richard Sundt Memorial, 3rd annual edition of this race, and really thankful to come aboard and do this tonight. They come off the corner. Ricky Johnson, the guy who was on the pole about an hour and a half ago with a really fast truck, and it's all clean. Ricky Johnson is going to be a tough cat to beat here late, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Ricky Johnson definitely going to be the guy. You're kind of in the catbird seat. You're able to block the run of the drivers behind you. I don't know if you want to be in 2nd or 3rd for that matter. Trying to win this race, you're going to have to try something early. Is he going to have a lot of friends out there, though, Phil? That's going to be the question. He's been leading the majority of the laps here so far. Is he going to have a teammate? Is he going to have a friend, or is somebody going to team up and get by that 193 machine? I guess those answers will be all answered here in about 23 laps here as they hit that start-finish line.
Okay, I have a question about that analysis right there. I'm going to ask Jack. Jack, what in the heck is a catbird?
Sort of like a cat dog.
What is a catbird? It's a catbird. Have you ever seen it? Have we ever all seen a cat? I'm going to ask Facebook Live, YouTube. Have you ever seen a catbird? What in the world is a catbird, and where do I buy said catbird? Because I think that'd be a cool thing. Cat reflexes fly away. That'd be amazing. Just saying. To catch its own dinner. Wonder if it tastes like Chinese food. I wonder. Maybe. Oh, he said chicken. I'm hungry, Todd. Take the call. I'm going to have something to eat. I think we lost Todd again. Todd, where'd you go?
Giving the link out there in yeah, what a catbird is.
You're looking at, oh, look at that. What a guy. You ask a silly question, he gives you an actual answer.
Is that repeat?
Does a catbird actually exist?
There you go. Look at it.
All right. Do me a favor. You call the race. I'm going to look at this link. Because I'm enthralled by this.
There is actually a catbird. So as we're watching the race out here, and Phil's playing two links down there, watching, trying to figure out what a catbird is. The 193 machine of Ricky Johnson is your race leader again, out in front of the number 88 machine. That is Greg Lavelle. Then you got BSR Magoo running in that third spot. Chevy Chase in the number 96 machine right now, holding on to fourth, but he's got a heavy challenge from that 103 machine. It was right there underneath him. That's Nelly. Nelly definitely with a fast piece. The 19 of Furco right there, too. Drafted as they come down the back straight away.
I've learned there's like a such thing called an Australian catbird. So I'll tell you what, we don't talk Stanley tonight. We're going to ask all our Australian friends we'll see tomorrow at the Sprint Car Classic. Have you ever seen an Australian catbird? I'm still reading. I'm completely enthralled. There's a such thing that may... birds that have a cat-like wailing call. Mind blown. Mind blown. It really doesn't. I mean, I'm about as simple as they come, but I can't believe how all the strange, eclectic creatures would... There's actually something out there researched called a catbird. That sounds like the most silliest thing ever. How would a catbird relate to racing? Well, we're always in the catbird seat. If you've heard Todd do a Who's It Gonna Be, I mean, that's a loud wail. That could be like a catbird, maybe. Does it sound like a cat? Maybe on being hit by a car or something, but I don't really know. So I'll try to go back to what I do know.
Keep going, Phil. I'm gonna research something for you.
All right. You do some research. See, we're being silly here tonight on the network, and hoping you guys are enjoying the show, and hopefully you entertain what value we're into bringing the super speedway racing here on the network. Ricky Johnson, Greg Loeffel, Magoo Chevy, Chase BSR, Steven. Currently in the top 5, it's BSR Nelly. Nelly in the 103. He has been the guy making all the action happen right now, not making us call a single file race because he is down low. Look right behind him, Aussie Bill in the 021. Shoving Nelly along the inside, racing now for 4th in the turns over 3 and 4. Todd is doing research. And dare I ask what you're researching about?
Oh, James Moore just came up with the catbird seat is an American English phrase used to describe the
Good God.
often in terms of having the upper hand or greater advantage in any type of dealing among parties. The phrase derives from the common catbird's habit of making mocking calls from a secluded perch.
Good God. Leave that to James Moore to come out there with that one. Moore, I'm going to see you on the track soon, dude.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, no, they are wrecking. 77 laps of 94 on the board, so that's 17 laps remaining. Because I know we had one going, I think we're still under green, so somebody who spun around it, they must go off track.
Rusty.
2 of RJ Rusty went around there. Not sure exactly. Well, I'm going to go back and take a look-see at that. There is I see he's slow. See what happened to Rusty.
Yeah, he came back across the track there, Phil. I thought maybe that was going to be enough to bring out the yellow, but obviously they're still going to be clean and green.
Yeah, they are. I think he was all by his lonesome in the backstretch, and that was kind of weird. Looks like he had a bump draft from behind. Pounded the inside wall. Did a little roundy round. Oh, once, twice. Hit the wall on the outside. Grabbed the gear and kept it going. Nose is probably wrinkled, though. A selfie! That's a selfie! That's a good one! That is a TDR, the Full Velocity Racing Network selfie. Give RJ the stick and say, hey!
There it is! Phil has found his comment. There it is.
Yep. If I get a catchphrase with a t-shirt, I guess that I'm going with, hey! Rusty's on pit road, though. I was stuck in his truck. Imagine that thing had to be beat up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. He hit the wall a ton, and as he went down through the infield, he came back across the track, like you said, Phil. So definitely going to have something happen to that. We'll see if he's going to be able to get back out, but I'm sure he's going to be many laps down here as we're coming up on 14 laps to go.
14 laps remaining, and these drivers still have a green flag pit stop they're going to have to make. So I am kind of watching up front, see if anything breaks. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm back here with Steven Brandstetter, Nelly, and Monty Keller, who it's weird to see Monty after a good night on the outside of top 5, but I'm watching these guys all come through 3 and 4, and I'm not sure how much warning we're going to get as these drivers come to pit road. They stuck up on us last time. I'm going to monitor the race chat here in the simulator and see what we can't catch, but you got to imagine with 14 laps remaining, they're probably within a can and a half now, you would think, so I would have to imagine it takes 4 tires out of the equation. He did it.
There you go, Phil.
I'm speechless.
That's the catbird. On its perch, secluded perch, no less.
I don't know what to do with you and all y'all sometimes, but I'm glad you're all playing along. The Full Velocity Racing Network is 80 laps of 94 in the book. So as we await green flag pit stops, Todd, we got to get our last hashtag of the night out. We got one more gift card to give away. So I'm going to let you, what do you say, hashtag catbird? We've had so much silliness this year. Hashtag catbird. That will be the money here to get us to this third Amazon gift card tonight.
Laps.
So I know we said 10 laps. It's 81 of 94. So we're 3 laps away from that. So 3 laps from now, we want hashtag catbird.
No.
Not catbird.
Hashtag thank you, BSR.
Thank you. All right. That's even better. Thank you, BSR. I like that. Let's go with that one.
Okay, yes. With 10 to go, it's going to be hashtag thank you, BSR. That will be the final gift card as the leaders are coming down pit road. So just remember that. 10 to go. That's when you're going to put it out there for that gift card, the $25 gift card.
Tell you what, I cheated right here because I saw the game chat lighting up and I seen Greg Lovell post he was coming in. Magoo, Monty Keller, Brain Fade, Billy Elliser, they're all on pit road. Ricky J, the race leader. Let's keep an eye. I'm going to see if I can't get somebody down here in the front, 2 or 3. Let's get on the 510. He was down here down the far end of pit road as they creep in 55 miles per hour. They all hit the sign. See what Steven does. Ricky Johnson's up ahead. I see right side tires on the 93. I see right side tires on the 510. So going to be at least 2 there. I see right side tires down on the 193. I think he's gone away. I think Brentstetter also taking... No, look like he may have taken 4. That was a long fuel stop there. He took 2 rights. So all these guys down the way. Long pit stop for the 510.
Yeah, definitely a long pit stop for the 510 machine. As that number 93 machine definitely having a good run and a good way out of that pits. As I was watching him, Phil, the 193 a little bit further out than I thought it was going to be, but that's going to allow BSR Magoo to run in that second spot. Third is the 096 machine of Chevy Chase.
All right, I'll tell you what. Be careful with that new pet you got back there because you're in the great state of New York. Cuomo's going to probably tax you for that thing soon. You may want to shut that thing up.
I've been trying to turn it off my phone for the whole time.
Yeah, you're getting a tax bill. I'm going to guarantee it. As we flash by the start-finish line again, Monty Keller leading Nelly and Jimmy Day. I believe those 3 have yet come to pit road, so they're stretching it out. It was Ricky Johnson who won that previous race off pit road. Just didn't see Nelly off the pit lane as well, but Greg Lovell and Chevy Chase followed Ricky Johnson out of the pit lane. And did Monty Keller? I don't think he pitted yet. Or did he? He did.
Yeah, he did because he's actually coming down
there he is.
straightaway, trying to join this front group here, the 028. I don't know if he's going to be able to tag on, though.
Yeah, looks like they may have outrun him. Does he have help from behind? Nelly's too far behind. 510 goes by Nelly, and they're way behind there. Monty's got a penalty, Todd. He is rolling back down pit road. He must have been too hot for getting on the pit lane. Poor Monty. He was having a good run, but I've talked about the money stop. You can't afford to make a mistake. Monty made the mistake.
Yeah, that's definitely not what he wants to happen to him here this evening. Is Monty Keller dropping like a fly there? Unfortunately, we have 10 to go. So hashtag thank you BSR. Thank you BSR. Hashtag thank you BSR. Let's see those out there for the hashtag. If you want to not call it hashtag # BSR. Thank you BSR, I should say. Let's see those out there for the final $25 Amazon Prime gift card going to be given away here tonight.
Certainly. Well, even Bob Tompkins in there in the mix with this catbird nonsense. I ask a stupid question, I get a silly answer. I'm glad we got an education tonight.
They're legit.
Legit education as I'm now watching Greg Lovell be surpassed by Aussie Bill in the 021. So put Aussie Bill up to 4th, Ricky Johnson, Magoo, and Chevy Chase. You would think, what have we got, 5 trucks up front to break away? So I would have to say, barring anything unforeseen of a late race yellow flag, the race to the win may come down at least 5 trucks.
Yeah, it's going to be rather interesting. Who has whose help here? As these guys are pretty tight net together. Starting to see the hashtag thank you BSRs coming in. You have all the way to the finish of this race, and then we'll let you know here what's going to go on, how this is going to transpire, and We got to thank everyone also for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network and maintaining this race. Again, the Polar Bear 250, definitely a great race. This is something we've circled on our calendar. Right now, 5 trucks in the lead pack.
Certainly are. It's Ricky Johnson, Magoo, Chevy Chase, Aussie Bill, and also Greg Lovell in the 88. We documented Greg Lovell. Him and Magoo, they were both involved with some big wrecks. Greg's been in 2 of them, so you got to wonder. Well, we know Ricky's had a good truck. Chevy's had a good truck all night, too. Not sure if he's got nose damage for an earlier wreck or not, but I'm liking Ricky J out front. It's going to take 3 or 4. Oh, as we got Aussie Bill around, Greg Lovell made a bumper grab. Oh, did they somehow save that?
No, the Aussie Bill all the way around, backing down but they're going to stay green.
Yeah, they are. Lovell into the back of Aussie Bill. Oh. Too bad for Bill. He got sent for a little bit of a ride there. I thought he straightened him back out with Greg, but certainly did not. Greg's going to lose the draft, so now it's come down to 3. Ricky, Magoo, and Chevy. Is 2 versus 1 going to be enough here at Talladega?
We want to know who's going to win this one.
I want to know who's going to win. This is going to be a good finish.
Yeah, definitely going to be. Yeah, Magoo, Phil, is what Jack's going with.
It's a good pick. Really good pick.
He's been laying back there.
Can't believe Jack just went there. I can't believe it. Greg Lovell still going to maintain 4th. Nelly now into the top 5 of the 103. Steven back there in 6th. Furco was running 7th. Billy Elliser is 8th. Andrew Lemke 9th. Monty Keller, even the penalty aside, still on the lead lap running the top 10. Aussie Bill looks like damage on the 21 may have been really kind of severe. Tough break for him. He was up in the top 5 with a chance to win. And Greg Lovell's nose got a little bit long. Put Aussie Bill around. Looks like Aussie Bill is going to call it a night. Next retiree, we got 3 trucks 1 lap down, including Brian Wolf, Brain Fade, and Brian Voiles. But we've got 11 on the lead lap, but I guess the drama sits here, Todd, on the closing lap. So 88 on the board. We got 6 laps remaining. And I see we got a couple trucks up ahead about to get lapped. So possibly some lap trucks that may be able to assist one of these 3 of maybe surpassing that Ricky J number 193. That's going to be a tough task. I'm going to pick Ricky J to win this thing, and that may not be the most trendy, popular pick, but that truck's going to be a load.
So I'm going to go with Chevy Chase since nobody else is showing him any love. Chevy, I'm going with you there, buddy. The Viagra truck out there running as Jack's got Magoo, Phil has got Ricky J, and we'll see what's going to happen. Monty Keller might even be into the fray. Again, you got 5 laps left here to get the hashtag thank you BSR out there in the chat box for a chance to win that $25 Amazon Prime gift card.
And it's got to have the hashtag thank you BSR. I see Willie Harmon out there. He tried. You got to give us the hashtag, Willie. Got to have the hashtag. You want to enter? I think we got only one lonely thank you BSR out there.
No, we got 4, Phil.
We got 4.
No.
Okay. Well, then you're seeing what I'm not. I don't have a good eye.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen here. Kathy, really excited about the finish. Thinks it's going to be a really, really good finish. I have to agree with you, Kathy. This has been a fantastic race. Now down to 3 that can win this one. It could be the 93 machine of Ricky Johnson, BSR Magoo, or BSR Chevy Chase. Those guys right together. The spoiler of the thing, it could be the lap trucks down here, and one of them being Brian Voiles, too. Monty Keller, those guys are a lap down. Who are they going to help here? Or are they just going to let those top 3 race it out?
I'm going to tell you what, spoiler alert, if you think about the Brian Voiles machine, I'm pretty sure when I see Ricky Johnson out there, he uses his Voiles trucking on the side of his race cars, and he does there again tonight. I'm going to tell you what, I don't think Brian is going to push somebody to beat his own truck.
I don't know. Yeah, it could happen.
If Jack was driving your truck, would you push me around Jack?
I'd go up through the middle and I'd win the race.
Yeah, I knew it. You would drop me like a... we've been teammates for far too long. You're dropping me like a bad habit. So, get me something great right now.
as we continue to watch this race unfold here. And yeah, definitely three good drivers, as Kathy's saying out there, three good drivers to try to win this race here. Like you said, it's been a fantastic race here at Talladega Super Speedway, Talladega TR version here, NASCAR 2003. And again, do not forget the hashtag thank you BSR for that $25 gift card. I almost want to say Valero. For some reason, I want to say my gas station's
Valero, you're giving away Valero gift cards?
No, it's Amazon Prime, $25 Amazon Prime gift card. Going to be given out here. The last one. No, I'm not giving them out. Is looks like Ricky Johnson able to hold on, and oh yes, he would. Kathy says he would push somebody around his own truck.
Okay, well that's good to know. All's fair in love and war, I guess. So, and Todd's giving. I'm gonna talk to Todd after here. I think I got Valero down there. No, it's not Valero no more. I think they hightailed out of town. I don't know. It's all right. Keep your gas cards there, Valero, Todd. That's okay. But we're running down on nitty gritty here. We are coming to the white flag next time around. Ricky J and Magoo and Chevy Chase. It's time to pan out the drama because we have 2 laps remaining, and they are in the back straightaway heading into turn 3.
As they're down the back straightaway here to turn number 3, as everybody's starting to look different ways to try to get around the 193 of Ricky Johnson. He comes down here the front straightaway into what we call the tri-oval here. Down through at Talladega, he's going to receive the white flag, white hanky in the air, whatever you want to call it. BSR Magoo has been shifted out of line there, Phil. So Magoo going to drift back into the lap trucks. As now he falls back even further. Now Chevy Chase goes to war with that 193 machine. High-low switch maneuver by Chevy Chase. Contact being made there with the 193 machine. And Ricky Johnson dropping back like he's thrown an anchor out of that machine. As they come down the back straightaway, Chevy Chase, your race leader.
Chevy Chase going to take the lead over in turn number 3 and 4. And that Viagra truck had a little extra up to it there as he's got Jimmy Dale pushing from behind off of turn number 3 and 4. The checkered flag will go in the air. We work through a trial, and I don't think anybody's got a shot. Here comes Ricky J back up high. One more gas. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be close. Chevy Chase wins the Polar Bear 250.
I win.
Todd wins. Todd finally won something.
Yes, finally won something, picking Chevy Chase to win that one. And the 096 machine taking down the win over the number 193 of Ricky Johnson. Also, BSR Magoo finishing up third. Nice podium finish for Magoo here as they salute each other and give each other congratulatory bumps down the back straightaway. Definitely a great race here. Love to see the green flag pit stops here towards the end of this one, Phil. That's something that we don't normally see at Talladega, but a whale of a race here put on by the BSR guys.
It really was, and I'm going to thank those guys again. The Richard Sundt Memorial here tonight, 3rd annual, better known as the Polar Bear 250. The race winner is Chevy Chase. Ricky Johnson will finish up 2nd, Magoo 3rd. Nelly gets 4th. Stephen Brinstetter will finish up 5th. Billy Ellisor for 6th. Greg Lovell 7th. Furco will finish up 8th. Jimmy Dale, he was 1 lap down. He was certainly a part of the mix there at the end. He will get 9th. 10th goes to Monty Keller. Brian Wolf will finish up 11th. Brain Fade will get 12th. Brian Voiles, 2 laps down, will finish 13th. 3 laps down for Andrew Lemke. He'll get 14th. The rest were out of the event, including Aussie Bill, RJ Rusty, Silver Bullet, Stanley, DJ Champ, Manny Diaz, Dave McLean, and Keila Jules here for the Talladega Super Speedway. That was a great one, a great race to the end, and Chevy Chase will be tonight's big winner. We will talk to him and the rest of the top 3 next on the post-race show, presented by BladeNode.com, simple web solutions powered by nerds. All right, back here live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. You need web hosting, a VPS server, go big time on a dedicated server. Look no further than our friends at BladeNode.com, the official sponsor of our post-race show. But before we talk about our top three, Todd, more business to take care of, and that is our last Amazon gift card giveaway of the night. So I think you got the numbers tabulated. Let's pick a winner.
Yep, the numbers are tabulated out there. The last Amazon Prime gift card, $25, and we're gonna have just pick a number here again, 1 through 6 this time. And number two, Phil.
Number 2, Kathy. Kathy gets a gift card.
Yes, Kathy Voiles with a gift card.
Love it. We will get Kathy out her gift card indeed. So, Kathy, get a hold of us there with y'all's address, or I think Magoo's in charge of that. So get a hold of Magoo. I think Magoo knows probably where y'all live. Yep. Get a hold of Magoo. He'll get that gift card out to you. But we get to the post-race show here. We'll send Todd to BladeNode.com, Victory Lane, and we'll talk to Chevy Chase, and I'll walk down here to Pit Road, and Ricky Johnson's down here. Let's see if we can't catch up with the next third-place finisher. With that number 144, our friend BSR Magoo. Magoo, a third-place run there late, nose to tail. I thought when Chevy and Ricky got racing there, I thought you may have had a shot to sneak in there through the backside, but a third-place run. But we finally get here in the booth with a podium finish, man. How's that feel?
Man, it feels awesome, man. I got crushed up pretty early in the race, and I was just barely able to hold the draft, so thanks to Chevy, man, he held me where I was at till right there at the end, and I just didn't have anything to try to challenge Ricky J, so I tried to stay out of the way. But man, that was a fun race.
That race had a little bit of everything. We had some wrecked trucks. We had a couple of rounds of green flag stops. We had some fun up here. And I'll tell you what, that last stop, I mean, we talk about how critical it is to not make a mistake. We've seen guys like Monty was up front. He sped on pit road. So a couple of guys up there as well. You got in there clean. You had tires. You had the track position. But the aerodynamics of these big trucks, they pound a big hole through the air. You were tore up. How much did that affect the way that thing was able to push through the air and maybe make a run by you? Did you have anything left to make a run by yourself at the win?
No, I had nothing by myself. If I couldn't stay in the rocking chair, man, I just had a parachute behind me. But I was able to hold the draft, and as long as I had somebody behind me to take the wind off of me a little bit, then I could roll. But, by myself, I had nothing.
Well, I didn't think you did. You were involved in a big one there early, but hey, you rebounded, you salvaged the night. A third-place run here in the Full Velocity Racing Network, the Polar Bear 250 Richard Sundt Memorial, the third annual edition of this race. Magoo, let me give you the mic here one more time, and thank all the great people that help you guys get out here night after night, week after week. This is a great league you guys have over here.
Man, I'd like to give a shout-out to RJ and, of course, Richard Sundt, Memorial, Medicine Chest, especially you guys there in the booth, man. Full Racing Velocity Network, you guys do a great job, awesome coverage, and everybody that came out on the track, man. And special shout out to the members in the clubhouse, man. We've had some ups and downs this year. And we're all about the brotherhood, and it's nice to see real friends bond together and come out here and compete on the track and treat everybody with respect and have a good time at the end of the night. That's the name of our show, and that's what I'm happy to be a part of, and it was just a fun time to be here.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, on behalf of all of us here at the Full Velocity Race Network, Magoo, thanks for having us as well. Great job tonight, and hey, let's make a date and do this again someday. What do you say?
That's absolutely. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys. All you guys do for the racing community, and we have to all stand strong together.
Amen, brother. Amen. That's BSR Magoo. Great guy right there. And Todd had a conversation this afternoon. We'll let Magoo go, and we'll take a little tripsy down here toward our second place truck. And the guy, maybe I jinxed him because I did pick him to win. That's our old friend Ricky J in the 193. Ricky made an exciting run of it there late, but I'll tell you what, Could you have done anything short of getting wrecked from Chevy to making that run behind to get by you? That was a big move he had.
Probably not. No, and you jinxed me again. Thanks a lot.
It happens.
I knew it was you. No, just kidding. No, yeah, I mean, at that point, I was perfectly content, whether I finished first, second, or third, figured if Chevy made a really good move like that, I wasn't going to try to make a quick dart to try to counter it and risk wrecking us both. We ran together the whole race. We were working together, so I figured, well, he's able to make a good move like that with a good run, which he did. Why take that chance?
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me about this truck, man. You put this thing on the pole. This thing was an absolute rocket all night long. Not a scratch on this thing until late in the going. I mean, we know Talladega is about a big old drafting game, but you had the money set up, man. This thing was hauling the mail this evening.
Yeah, just a lot of practice and a lot of, building and helping from other people to, help get myself where I was at. I know Magoo had some damage, bunch of big wrecks early, bunch of people blew up and hurt some other cars, but we just got that thing out front, and, riding around, and we were just counting the laps down, and yeah, the car was definitely good.
Yeah, 250 miles here at Talladega. It's not the sprint races we are all accustomed to, but Ricky, you almost pulled off another one, and if it's me that put the curse on you, I do apologize, partner, but a terrific job, a great run. I know there's a whole bunch of people behind you guys, and of course this league that you guys all put together, the Bomb Squad Racing League. Let me give you the mic one more time, and thank whoever you got to thank to get you out here and make this thing as fast and flawless as it was.
Just want to say thanks to everyone here that was coming out the race tonight at Bomb Squad. We really appreciate everyone that comes out and participates, and we hope everybody had fun. And just want to thank, Brian and Kathy Boyles for letting me sponsor their truck, and they've done a lot for me personally and on the racetrack to help me out, and I always appreciate their support and help as well as anyone else that has helped me. And the guys PPR2 as well. You guys are awesome, and thank you, Chevy, for working me in the race. At the end of the day, sometimes being second on the last lap like that's better than first, and that was the case tonight. So you made a great move, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching as well. Definitely, hopefully it was fun to watch.
It certainly was, and there he is, folks, down here, second place tonight for the driver of the 193. Our old buddy Ricky J will finish up second, so I'll let him go. I'll throw this thing down to my partner in crime, Mr. 212 Todd Stanton. He's on BladeNo.com victory lane with our buddy Chevy Chase. That Viagra machine just had enough umph in that thing tonight to be in the winner's circle.
Yeah, down here in victory lane with BSR Chevy Chase, and I got to pick you tonight, Chevy, and you won, and you didn't let me down, and man, what a great finish between you guys.
Yeah, I got lucky. We were going to finish 1, 2, 3. We were going to leave it all alone. And then because the lap guy said, let's just stay out of the way and let them battle it out. And, with 3 cars, that's not going to work. So I said, well, which one of you guys? I said, well, we'll just finish this way. I said, unless somebody wants to help me. And Jimmy Dale said, I'll help. So the only thing then was to get around Ricky J. And, of course, we're friends, and he's not going to do anything to wreck us. So, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it was great banging going on out there. You guys did a little door robbing. I call it side checking each other, but you guys didn't wreck each other. You made it interesting, and I was hoping that those lap cars would come and say, hey, I'll help somebody win this race.
Yeah, well, that makes for good TV too, right? So yeah, the only bad thing about the whole move and getting around Ricky was that I hit him hard enough and he scraped the wall. I don't like doing that.
But it definitely was a good race there for you, Chevy. We appreciate you guys having us out here to cover this race. But man, still a great race. It's not really tarnished there. It was a great race down to the thing to win this Polar Bear 250. It's got to feel good though, doesn't it?
Well, it has special meaning because of R.J. Rusty, Rich Johnson. His father is Richard Sundt, and yeah, it makes it a little bit more special. Trust me.
All right, Chevy, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, we're going to be microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank out there.
All right. First of all, of course, R.J. Rusty and Richard Sundt from Polar Bear 500, or this is a Polar Bear 250 from the polar bear store up there. Now, of course, now I'm losing my mind. That's what happens when you get old.
That's definitely.
I can't think of the name of the store. Why did this happen? I just went through this. I didn't write it down though.
That's why you gotta have sticky notes, post-it notes, man. Sometimes I put them to my forehead.
Why do I say he wants to come out with the medicine chest?
Yes, the medicine chest. God, thanks, guys. Man, all of a sudden I felt my face turning red. I was getting stage fright. I was locked. And of course, Bowles Trucking and Kathy and Brian Bowles. I can remember their names.
Who can forget them?
Yeah. For all they do and all the admins. Definitely. Thank you guys too, man. You guys do a great job. I have watched the races that you've done.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win there, Chevy. Enjoy this one. Until next time, you get to watch it every time you want to on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You can play it back. You can let everybody know you won this race.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm just thankful you bailed me out on the name of the store.
that was Phil. Phil is top notch like that sometimes. I can't believe he knew what he was talking about there for a minute. So
I didn't know what I was talking about for a minute.
With all the hustle and bustle tonight, I realized I had the flyer behind me. I'm like, oh my God, I bet the store sponsor's on there. Yep, sure did. You guys did an awesome job as always.
I've got it up on Facebook, and still it doesn't say the name of the store.
User
and all
was
I can
moved
see
to your
was
channel.
Polar Bear. My mind got locked. Thanks, guys.
Awesome right there. Chevy Chase, today's big win. We've been greeted down here also at Victory Lane. Our old buddy Brian Voiles checking in. Brian, what's going on, partner?
Hey, Phil, what's going on? Congratulations, Chevy. How about that? Big
User
old
joined your
rascal.
channel.
Got on down there and got him a big win.
Finally got me an FBRN win, huh?
Yes, you did, buddy.
And you get some money.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some.
Who said that?
And Ricky J.
It was Magoo. Magoo's come down here. You know, you want to talk some more. Magoo's down here giving out the money. This is awesome. I appreciate all you guys, all the love. I feel the love of this room, all you guys. It's a tight-knit group. Really love coming over to the Bomber Squad Racing League. Brian, again, for all you guys. Thanks so much for you and Magoo and to Chevy and to Ricky, all the guys. You always make us feel so much at home, and we certainly appreciate that. We look so much forward to coming back and doing this again.
Absolutely. Yeah, appreciate you, Phil.
No doubt.
All right, well, let
did
these.
Did we give any random prizes out on your end?
We did.
We did all three. We did all three.
All three. We'll let you know. We got the names and addresses out there. We'll send to you. We're waiting on the last one. In fact, the last gift card was to Mrs. Voiles out there, and she has donated the gift card to our pal Katie Dugas of the Pit Pass, who takes so much care of us night after night in the chat box. So I know Katie's in the middle of a move, so I'm sure she'll appreciate that. So to Brian, make sure you tell Kathy thank you from us. That's going to mean a lot to her.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Awesome, but yeah, we'll get a hold of you. I believe we had John Wall win the first one and Kenneth Blackburn win the second one. So we'll make sure we get the address. We think we got those already in the inbox. So Bagoo, you can expect those anytime, brother.
I just got a chime right there, man. We'll get it taken care of. Man, you guys do a great job. Thanks again, and just can't thank you enough.
Congratulations to John Wall. He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
I don't know the Blackburn guy, but I do know John Wall.
Kenneth Blackburn, he's one of our loyal iRacing followers, follows a bunch of different streams. He's a good guy, so we're glad. These are three good people that are going out to tonight. So, gentlemen, thank you. We'll do this again soon. We promise. Thank you again.
I'm out.
All right, we've got to thank of these guys from the Bomber Squad Racing League. Thank you, Medicine Chest Pharmacy, Sundt Color Photo, Digital, and Film Processing, as well as the sponsors tonight, the Polar Bear 250. Let's thank our sponsors here before we get off the air. We're going to thank Team Har Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com. Of course, the good folks here at Voiles Trucking that do so much to keep us out here in this community relevant. Got to thank, of course, I'm losing my mind over here. Got to thank BladeNote.com, Milner Media and Design. I think I forget JMaxStrong.com as well, as I'm trying to get them there juggling through my head. Thank all of them. Thank Charlie Milner. Got to thank Sheffield Graphics, our onboard sponsor, Trash Panda Graphics, 3D Racing, the Pit Pass by Katie Dugas, JP Designs, Cyber Thunder Racing League over on iRacing. Thank those guys a lot. Also got to thank iRacing Dirt Painters and the TDR Racing League for Jack Truin, for Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, and the rest of the gang here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil LeCasse will sign up, but look out tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. The Milton Media Design 200, 1 o'clock from Richmond there in the trucks. We hope you'll be there as well. The 410 Sprint Car Classic tomorrow night. UDRA Sunday afternoon, and a big double bill with DWRL and Dirt Series Sunday night. So for all the gang here, we'll see you back here. It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll hope you'll take the ride with us as well live on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody.
Good night.